1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, Mr. President. Let me make it up to you. What? Wait. He seems like he's in some sort of movie. Wait. What are you doing, Mr. President? Stop making that noise. You're distracting me. What the... What the hell? Oh, it was just a dream. A really strange and questionable one at that. Was he having sex with the president? I shook my hands and turned off the alarm. I freaking hate waking up by an alarm. Oh, me too. Actually, I set my alarm to, music I like. The music I put it on now is, a metal remix of the Asgore fight from Undertale. It's a pretty good song to wake up to. Why did I set an alarm anyway? It's summer break, for crying out loud. Let's just go back to sleep. Well, crap, the school trip is today. That's why I set an alarm. I can't believe it took me so long to realize that. Good thing I set an alarm earlier than it needed to be. I should start getting ready and make sure I have everything with me. Yes, Mom, I checked. I have everything I need. Are you sure? I always have this paranoid feeling that I forgot something, but I'm sure it's all there. Okay, good. Just be careful, alright? And don't go wandering off on your own. Just stick to the group. Thank God my mum isn't chaperoning this thing. I hope I said that right. Mum, please. I'm almost 17 years old. I am not a toddler. Wait, you're not even 17? Oh, God, that means the girls are younger. Just be careful around the water. It's a hot spring, not the ocean. I know how to take care of myself. I'm not stupid. Heidi, that's not what I meant. Yeah, I know. I'll text you when we get there. I walked over to my mother and gave her a kiss. I'll be going now. See you later. Bye, honey. When I arrived at school, the number of people drifting around seemed much greater than usual. Everyone must be excited for the trip. I don't think I've ever seen the school so crowded. What, Japan? Really? That's pretty weird, actually. Also lively, for that matter. It's almost like people are happy to be here. I scanned the crowd for any familiar faces, soon landing on Shiro. I waved to Shiro and she waved back smiling. Figured Shiro would beat me here. I should have gotten up earlier, then we could have walked here together. As that thought crossed my mind, Ryo and Megumi both approached me. Good morning, Hideaki! Yo, Hideaki, Heidi. You two sure are enthusiastic. Also, why are people wearing their school uniforms on a field trip? Oh, but it's to a hot spring. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, of course. I've been looking forward to this for months. And with our exams out of the way, where does have a trip like this? Exactly. Like, you actually put any effort into the exams, Ryo. In fact, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have makeup classes over summer. Maybe he just didn't want him to come in for his benefit. Come on, let's go inside. We'll sit right at the back so we can all sit together. Heck yeah. You guys go ahead. I need to check on something real quick. Okay, we'll save you a seat. Let's get in, Meg. Okay. Well, it's nice to see those two getting along for once. At any rate, now that I've verified the existence of Shiro, Megumi, and Ryo, that leaves Shinatsu, as well as a certain fiery redhead. I started looking through the crowd, searching for the only student in our grade with red hair. Is Yui even going on this trip? It doesn't seem like a kind of thing. I continue to look through the crowd, still without luck. Nope, I don't see her anywhere. No sign of Shinatsu either. Oh well, 3 out of 5 isn't bad. I guess I just get on the bus. Ooh. Keeping my eyes peeled for familiar faces, I began to board the bus. Ryo and Megumi are right at the back as I was warned. Warned? Shiro is sitting next to some girl from class, though they don't appear to know each other. I suppose I'll just head to the back and... Huh? As I looked towards Shiro, I noticed Yui sitting behind her. Wow, Yui's actually here? No wonder I couldn't find her outside. She must have been sitting in the bus all along. Yui was sitting by herself while listening to music. Yo, Hideaki, what are you waiting for? Just as I thought about sitting next to Yui, Ryo called out from the back of the bus. Now this is a problem. What should I do? I already said to Ryo and Megumi that I'd sit with them, but I can't leave Yui all alone. Wow, it's only given me one option. I assumed if I developed my relationship with Yui a bit more, it would have given me the option, but it's just going to give me this one option. It's sort of like that other time when we had only one option in the dream, I think? No, it wasn't in a dream, but still, it was, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Oh, who am I kidding? You would rather sit alone. Besides, she still has Shiro in front of her, and Megumi and Rio did save me a seat. I guess I just talked to Shiro and Yui later. I continued walking to the back of the bus. Oh, this is gonna be so exciting. Oh, sit down, Rio. If you jump around like that, they'll kick us out. I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard time containing my excitement. Oh, I know exactly what part of the hot springs you're excited about.
The bus is moving. But we have a long way to go until the result, so let's play something.
Yes! No, come in here, let's play slaps. Everyone used to play slaps. This should be a fun trip. I'm sorry I'm late. The moment the bus began to move, a soft voice drew my attention away from Megumi and Rio. I lifted my head, glancing to the front of the coach, finally spying the fifth and final member of my circle of friends. So Chinatsu made it after all, huh? I was beginning to think she'd be the only one to miss out. Chinatsu fiddled with the hem of her skirt and glanced around anxiously. The teachers didn't acknowledge her, nor did any of my classmates. They all continued chatting, oblivious to her presence. Maybe this is why Chinatsu didn't want to go on the school trip to begin with. Putting aside how poorly she does with crowds, being ignored like that doesn't make her feel any less anxious. I looked at the person sitting next to me, silently contemplating my escape from Rio's side. As I checked out the remaining seats, however, I realized that the seat next to Yui was the only one left. Even if I managed to ditch Rio, I wouldn't be able to sit next to Chinatsu. The only way I can make that happen would be if I convinced Yui to swap seats with me. And I know there's no chance of that happening, given who I'm sitting next to. I looked at Chinatsu and smiled in an apologetic manner, shrugging my shoulders. She caught my gaze and smiled back, as she walked towards the back of the bus, taking the only remaining seat as she did. Yui, captivated by her handheld gaming console, didn't even seem to notice as Chinatsu sat next to her, ignoring the girl as naturally as everybody before her. I guess that's the fate of a latecomer, huh? Oh well, I'm sure things will turn around once we get to the resort. I'm telling you, she's a ghost! She's a ghost! Chinatsu is so a ghost! Oh my god, I believe this firmly in my heart now.
Damn it, Rio, I told you! You can't move that way!
What? That's stupid. You're telling me my horse can't plow through the pawns? How are they playing chess on a freaking bus?
We aren't playing chess, you idiot. This is Chinese checkers.
Oh, I thought we were playing backgammon. Dude, how are we supposed to play backgammon without a computer? And with only 3 people?
Rio, I don't know what game you're thinking of now, but it isn't backgammon.
Man, I am so confused. Why can't we just play video games together, like normal teenagers? Exactly. We haven't moved.
Stop it, cut it out already!
Just try and make me.
That doesn't belong to you and you know it.
Correction, it didn't belong to me. But I've grown rather attached to it, and now I'm claiming it as mine.
You can't do that. It doesn't work that way.
And they were getting along as so well at the start of the day. Why not? That's how you staked your claim, isn't it?
That's not how I... No, wait, you're right, I did, didn't I? And that's exactly why it's no choice to take.
Well, these two fighting over something stupid is nothing new. Even so. Guys. Can you, I don't know, let go of me?
And surrender you to him? Never!
Wait, are they fighting over me? You want me to yield your heart to her, or for my dead body? Honestly, I don't even know how this argument started. All I know is that I can't feel either one of my arms. With 2 broken arms and an equal number of bleeding ears, I finally spotted our destination. Oh, thank God, we're finally here. I thought I was gonna for sure.
I think it looks like we've arrived.
Huh, well, I'll be damned. I swear, the second I get out of here... Oh my. After departing from the bus in a small cluster, all the students and teachers made their way to the resort. We signed in, underwent a roll call, and began to branch off into our own little groups. Wow, this place is amazing. I've seen hot spring resorts in magazines and on TV, but I never thought I'd actually get to go to one. I wandered further into the building as our teachers handled miscellaneous arrangements with the resort staff. Man, this place looks expensive. If we weren't getting a discount for going to with the school, I'd never be able to come here. Of course, it might be better to come alone, or with a special someone, but being here with the rest of my grade is just kind of noisy.
Dude, can you play this place? Talk about luxurious. I can't wait until we get to see the girls fresh out of the bath.
Speaking of noisy, well, I can't say I disagree with what he said. Some quiet time away from Rio would do me, a world of good.
So, ready to check out our room?
Huh? What do you mean our room?
Come on, dude, get with the program.
It's 2 people to a room, and who better to bunk with than your bestest buddy in the whole wide world? A jaguar?
A jag... Oh, I get what you're saying.
You do?
Of course.
Seriously though, I never even thought you were the type to go after older... Oh my god. No, Rio, that would be a cute... Never mind. Let's go look for our room. Wow. It's a tatami-style bedroom! By speaking to our teacher, who referred us to one of the resort staff members, Rio and I were able to find our room. Wow, this place is better than I expected.
Yeah, man. Now this is what I call a room. We've got a view, easy access to the hot springs, comfortable beds. What more could a guy want?
Video games. Wow, this room is actually having a positive effect on Rio. Honestly, I thought he'd be hung up on the fact that the next room over has...
Better yet, the girls' rooms are only a few feet away. We could sneak in there in the middle of the night, and no one would ever know.
And there it is. Rio, whatever you have planned, count me out.
What? Hideaki, I don't know what you think I have planned, but I am offended. All I was suggesting is that we quietly walk into the girls' rooms.
Sneak into their rooms? Wait, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Rummage through their things,
steal their panties,
move them around while they sleep,
molest sleepy girls,
and record our exploits.
Video evidence. What the hell? Rio, you're the worst!
Hideaki, why do you keep interrupting me? And just what the hell are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just... Who the hell goes in there?
Okay, let's go into the rooms and move them around.
I was just recording your confession in terms the jury will understand.
Dude, not cool. You're supposed to be my partner in crime, not a snitch.
Aiding and abetting? I'm not saying that right, am I? Not with a rap sheet. Not with my rap sheet.
You're no fun. Whatevs. Whatevs, Trevs. I'm gonna go soak my head in the hot springs. You coming?
Well, it is why we're here, but... Do we really want to go in right away? It's bound to be crowded. Do you want to go in now or go in later? Go in later. No, I'm going to have to pass. I'm feeling kind of car sick from the ride over. I'll probably pass out if I go in now.
Oh, okay then. Well, don't strain yourself. Just rest up and await my triumphant return.
Triumphant return? No, it couldn't be. Even Rio wouldn't be that brazen. Paying Rio no further mind, I walked over to one of the beds to lay down. Oh, this is actually pretty comfortable. There's a nice breeze coming in from the window. The blanket is warm and my bed is soft. If I'm not careful, I might doze off. Uh-oh. Huh? What the hell? Where? As I looked around the room, I recognized the scenery outside through a window, and I immediately remembered where I was. Right, the hot springs. And I must have fallen asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. What time is it anyway? I turned on my phone to check the time. 11:45 p.m.? What the hell? Unbelievable, I slept the whole first day away. Suddenly that something was amiss. I took another look around the room. Hang on a minute, where's Rio? I checked the bed next to mine, but found nobody there. Strange, did he return to the wrong room? Now, knowing where he's probably raiding some poor girl's belongings. As I wondered where Rio might have gone, one other possibility popped into my mind. He couldn't be going for a late-night dip, could he? The hot springs are bound to be quiet at this time of night. It's actually the perfect time to go in. I'm not sure if we're allowed in at this time of night, but if we are... Oh, hot springs at night? Yeah, that is the best it could be. Huh, the lights are off. I guess Rio isn't here. Oh well, that just means I get the place all to myself. Fuck. I knew it! I knew we were dreaming! Ugh, isn't it beautiful? Huh? We are not dreaming. Okay. I mean, this is definitely... Wow. Despite being convinced that I was alone, another presence made itself known. In front of me stood a person who, no matter how much I wanted to talk to them, I couldn't. Chinatsu. This is not fitting music. Yes, Hideaki. Chinatsu looked at me in a confused manner. What are you doing here so late? Were you about to get in the hot springs? Not exactly. Why was that music even there? I didn't come here to bathe, I just wanted to look at the stars. Stars, huh? You like looking at the stars, Chinatsu? Yes, a little. It's a nice night tonight, so you can see them quite clearly. Looking at them is relaxing, it always calms me down. Chinatsu turned her gaze away from me, up towards the night sky. Do you know what all the stars are called? No, of course not. There are more stars out there than any human can count, let alone name. Oh, I see. What about that one? That's Altair, right? I pointed out the one star at random, trying to dredge up names from my elementary school science lessons. No, silly, that isn't Altair. That isn't a star at all. Seriously?
It's the moon!
I didn't expect to correctly guess the name of a star I picked at random, but I thought I'd at least point to an actual star. What is it then? An asteroid? A comet? A moon? No, Hideaki. It's none of those things. Ugh. Okay, so my guess wasn't a complete embarrassment. It probably is a star, but with some obscure distinction that only a real enthusiast would. That's Venus. Wow. It's a frickin' planet?! It's a little dim. You can only see Venus on nights like this, when the sky is clear of clouds. Can you not see it in Okutama? Sometimes. Okutama is only a small town, but some of the factories on the outskirts fill the sky with smoke, making it hard to pick out some of the stars and planets. You get a much clearer look there, all the way out in the countryside. That's why I wanted to come out here at night. Huh, so it's the same sky, but when you look at it from a different position, you can see things you couldn't before? That's exactly right! It sounds rather meaningful when you phrase it like that, doesn't it? Like something from Sasaki Natsume novel. Did you know the moon is beautiful tonight? What? Did you know? Chinatsu giggled at my quote. Oh, it's a quote. Okay. Couldn't you think of anything more original? I'm sorry, I'm not the best when it comes to my classics. That's all the Natsume I know. At least I know a bit more about him than I do about the stars. It's alright. This isn't a test or anything, I'm just... Chinatsu turned to face me, blushing with a smile on her face. I'm glad I was able to talk to you, Hideaki. I wanted to since the moment I got on the bus, but I didn't get a chance. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry that I asked you to come here, and then I wasn't able to spend any time with you. I should have made more of an effort. You don't need to apologize. We're together now, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. We are together now. I just hope we can keep on meeting like this, be it on the bridge in Okutama or underneath the stars. I felt restless all day, but now I'm finally by his side. I feel completely at ease. I'm not sure how it happened, but I think I might have started to fall in love with Chinatsu. Finally having the chance to meet with Shinatsu, I slept well as the rest of the night passed by peacefully. We talked for a while, chatting randomly about the stars, the hot springs, and anything else that came to mind. And once Shinatsu started yawning, we both called it a night, returning to our separate rooms. I'm glad I was able to meet with Shinatsu. For a while there, I thought we'd be separated the entire trip. Luckily, thanks to a mistake on her part, we were able to spend some time alone together, unimpeded by my other friends. We should definitely find the time to do that again. With those thoughts in mind, the rest of the morning proceeded without issue. Or fun. One of the teachers took us to some historical place and started telling us about it, because that's what teachers do. I obviously wasn't listening, nor were most of the other students from what I could gather. Nonetheless, his speech dragged on, and before we knew it, noon had come and gone. Man, what a sucky trip. I only had time for one short dip in the hot springs this morning, thanks to that teacher of ours. I actually spent more time pretending to listen to him blather on than I did in the hot springs. Sure, the trip had its ups and downs, but if I tried to quantify it, the trip was a disappointment. Despite my pessimistic thoughts, brought on by our teacher's compulsion to teach, I'd be lying if I said the trip was a complete waste. Memories of the past. What the hell was that? Did I just, get an achievement? The only upside of this whole trip was getting to speak with Shinatsu, and with the trip now coming to an end, that may remain the high point. Not that that's a bad thing, of course. There's nothing wrong with enjoying time spent with friends. Nonetheless, for such a rare trip to pass by so quickly without incident, I really do feel like I missed out on something here. After packing our things and regretfully leaving the resort, the bus ride back to Okutama proved uneventful. The bus was mostly quiet, with students no doubt tired from the trip, making our return much more pleasant. Furthermore, with Rue nowhere to be found and Megumi too tired to cause a fuss, I was even able to get some sleep. Thanks to that, although many hours had passed by, the bus ride felt like it had ended in a matter of minutes, and I woke up refreshed and ready to walk home. Rather than return straight home, I decided to pass by Chinatsu's bridge, spurred on by our late-night rendezvous the previous night. I hadn't expected to see Chinatsu there, of course. Like everyone else from the school, she should have gone straight home. And yet, the moment I arrived at the bridge... Wow, she looks wonderful! There she was. I should have known she'd be here. How many times have I met her on this bridge anyway? Can't even remember. I feel like it's quickly becoming a routine. Shinatsu's presence on this very bridge seems to be becoming a permanent fixture of Okutama, just like the trees, or the houses, or the street lamps. Hey there, Shinatsu. Shinatsu turned around, brushing a few strands of hair out of her eyes as she did, and offered me a smile of her own. Hello, Hideaki-kun. Not displaying any surprise at all, Shinatsu casually returned my greeting, almost as though she had been expecting me. I don't know how, but Shinatsu's greetings always make me feel like she's been waiting for me. You're standing by the bridge again, huh? May seem like a silly statement, but I'm kind of curious about it. Most students would head straight home after a trip like that, but not us two, apparently. Yes, it's kind of nostalgic, I suppose. Nostalgic? Did you come here a lot when you were younger? Not particularly, honestly. I just like the sound of the running water. Shinatsu smiled sheepishly, playing with her hair as she spoke. Oh, yeah. Gonna say something, but I'm sorry. Though my parents would probably find that statement morbid. Morbid? What do you mean? The running water can be beautiful, but it is also dangerous. I should know that better than anyone, really. But it doesn't stop me from coming back here. I see, but didn't you say you were a good swimmer? That's right. I'm glad you remember Hideaki-kun. It's not a big deal. Shinatsu only seemed to be interested in reading and swimming, so it wasn't hard to remember. Shinatsu looked up at me beneath her long eyelashes. She blinked shyly as she tried to find the words, displaying an unbelievably cute side of herself. I've been wondering something. I have my own reasons for standing by this bridge, but why do you so often come to spend time with me here? Did you find it boring? I suppose it is kind of strange for two teenagers to always just stand around a bridge like this. Of course not. If I found it boring, I wouldn't keep coming back here. But I thought maybe you were coming here out of obligation because I'm always on my own. Why am I showing up? When you say obligation, do you mean like those chocolates girls always give to guys they don't really like on Valentine's Day? Yes, exactly like that. Well, you don't need to worry. I don't consider spending time with you to be a chore. In fact, I actually enjoy it. I'm glad to hear that. I'll show him that I might be becoming a burden to you. Why would you think that? She's the one burdening me? I'm the one always bothering Chinatsu, forcing myself on her. I don't know, I just feel like that. She's such a nice person, Hideaki. You're the sort of person who would sacrifice their free time for the sake of others, even if you didn't enjoy it. How odd, I never thought Chinatsu's self-esteem was this poor. Then again, I don't actually know that much about Chinatsu, despite the number of times we've spoken. You aren't a burden, silly. Aren't we supposed to be friends? Friends? Chinatsu repeated the word slowly, holding her hand to her chest. It took her a few moments for it to finally sink in, but once it did... Thank you, Hideaki. I'm very flattered that you think of me as a friend. To be honest, I don't have many of them. I can't think why not. You're good company, Chinatsu. And pretty, but I know better than to say that aloud. Heck, I'm getting flustered just thinking about it. I don't think I've met a person like you before. When I'm with you, I feel like all my worries just start to melt away. You're flattering me. I'm not really that special. Maybe not in the grand scheme of things. But so what? I'm not special either. Most people aren't. And the people in this world who are special, like my mother, are actually kinda hard to deal with. I still haven't forgiven her for taking me skydiving back then. Chinatsu giggled, holding one hand to her mouth. Your mother sounds very interesting. She is, and it can be pretty entertaining. But seriously, at that time I really thought I was going to die. If nothing else, that skydiving escapade taught me to value my own life more. Well, I'm okay with not being special. I've never been one to seek the limelight, and I don't need to be recognized by a lot of people, I just wanted my existence to be recognized by at least one person. Just one person? What is that supposed to mean? Has Judge never felt close to anybody? What about her friends, teachers, or even her parents? Maybe it's because she's so quiet that she sinks into the background and other people don't notice her. But even if Chinatsu says she's okay with that, I can't believe her. After all, how many people, including extreme introverts, are truly content with leading such isolated lives? In reality, I think that Chinatsu does want someone by her side. Somebody to talk to confide in. And if that really is the case, then I'll be glad to be that person if that person is me. I'm happy that I met you, Hideaki. I really am. I couldn't think of a better friend to have. I opened my mouth to respond, but no words came out. I could feel my cheeks heating up as I stared at Chinatsu, wondering about what she just said. Was that a confession? Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but Chinatsu's voice is so soft and her cheeks are flushed like pink. I can't help but wonder, is the heart pounding just as much as mine? I realize myself that I like Chinatsu. I like her a lot. That's why I keep returning to this bridge, drawn like an iron filing to a magnet. Chinatsu and I never talk about anything particularly riveting, both being decidedly unspecial in our own ways, but I wouldn't trade those moments of idle conversation I've spent with Chinatsu for the world. I like being with Chinatsu, because I like her. This might be a bit too early, especially given that Chinatsu is so shy, but I need to tell her how I feel. These emotions have been building up within me for a while now, and I don't think I can keep them to myself anymore. I just can't take it anymore. Chinatsu, I swallowed my saliva, trying to wet my dry throat. I don't think I'll be able to confess to her verbally, but a physical gesture should be good enough, right? I'm not going to kiss her, that would be far, far too sudden. But maybe I could just hold her hand. That's not too forward, is it? I reached out, my fingertips twitching in the evening cold. Chinatsu was so close, staring at me with wide eyes, blushing just as much as I was. My fingers drew closer to her hand until finally... Oh no. Ah! Josie suddenly let out a breathy exclamation that made me jump. She retracted her hand and held it close to her chest, staring at me in disbelief. Was that too forward after all? I'm sorry, Hideaki-kun, but I have to go now. Without another word, Chinatsu turned around and left. Chinatsu, wait! I called out to her, reaching out my hand. But as I did, I realized I had no plan. What am I going to do? It's not like I could physically restrain her. And if casual contact was too much for her, what would Chinatsu think about me suddenly grabbing her wrist? Not that it matters anyway, she's already gone. I leaned back against the steel railing of the bridge, relaxing my arms by my sides. That expression on Chinatsu's face, I don't think I'll ever forget it. She didn't just look surprised, Chinatsu looked horrified, as though I were a predator. Was it because of what I did? Did I really go too far? As I pondered my actions, I thought back to a manga I read in the past. It was a story about a shy girl so terrified of the opposite sex that she fainted as soon as the boy touched her. Could Nanchibe have a similar fear? No, of course not. That's just absurd. Things like that only happen in manga. Besides, if Chinatsu was afraid of me, she wouldn't have spoken to me so freely, especially not in the hot springs. But in that case, why did she look so deathly afraid of me? Maybe I misread the atmosphere. Perhaps Chinatsu doesn't like me after all. This, I know this deep in my heart. I think I'm right about Chinatsu. I think I'm right. She doesn't want me to touch her because I'll probably just go straight through her. Oh my god, I believe this so hard. Like, in my heart, I have never felt so determined to be proven right about Chinatsu, that Chinatsu's not real. Oh, come on, let's just do it. As I stared at the ceiling, trying to fall asleep, I kept replaying the moment on the bridge over and over. The look on Chinatsu's face, the utter fear in her eyes, her lips parted as though she was about to scream. I just don't get it. Was it really so wrong to want to hold her hand? Oh.